Coach, you jump out to that quick 2-0 lead tonight and fight your way to a 4-2 win. Thoughts on the performance this evening?
Well, I thought we came out real focused, real strong. When they got that goal, I thought we had a great pushback. If you look at our second period, we had shots are 16-5 for us. We had a lot of scoring chances, didn't give much. I think scoring chances 7-1 in the second. So for me, that's a real great reload mentally from the goal against. You look at the third period, we get the power play goal, they get it back, and we just stay steady. I think right now what's happening is that we see. Our team has grown over the last months. I'd say the first 2.5 months, very often we'd see our team change its way of doing things when we got a goal scored against us, when we didn't start the game the right way, when we got a penalty. We had a tendency to change what we do. And now you can see we're staying steady with what we're supposed to do, regardless if the other team scores a goal or we score a goal. So there's a real balance in our approach, and we stay even keel, and it's definitely paying off.
Big task for the Pajot line tonight, shutting down Bergeron, especially that second period. Just thoughts on the way they played against that line?
Well, I thought they played terrific. They scored a goal. It wasn't a full line together there, but we gave Hoff got the winning goal, but he also got player of the game for us because he was outstanding on both sides of the ice, defensively, offensively. He did not want to get scored against them, just like when we put him against Crosby and Ovechkin and those guys. He's really bought into those challenges, but I know him. He's a challenge guy, so. He was unbelievable tonight, and it's only fitting he got the winning goal. And I thought Dion, what a tribute to his character. I mean, he was just sick, big time. And I didn't expect him tonight, to be honest with you. And he showed up, and not only showed up, but he played against the top line the whole game, and got 2 assists. So I mean, there's not much more you can say about somebody who's able to do that on a day like that. So, there's a lot of good stories for our players, definitely.
Close out the homestand 3-0, and essentially each game was a 1-goal game. Just proud of your team for the way they're winning those games heading into the postseason.
Yeah, I learned that from Scotty Bowman. You got to learn how to win 1-goal games if you want your team to be a team that makes the playoffs, and win the playoffs. That's where you start. If your focus is on being great in 1-goal games, well, that's the majority of the games. So you're going to be really good in the majority of the games, and that's what's happening now. We're real comfortable when it's a 1-goal game, and how we react and how the team keeps structure, but also works hard inside the structure. So we don't just rely on the structure now. There's a real relentlessness to our players inside the structure, and we're looking pretty good.
Coach, un match qui avait des allures de séries éliminatoires ce soir. Comment est-ce que vous pouvez dire que vous avez évalué l'effort de vos joueurs?
Ben écoute, l'effort c'est exceptionnel, je pense, mais ça fait plusieurs matchs. Là, je pense que ça a été probablement une marque de notre équipe depuis le début de l'année. C'est très rare qu'on a eu vraiment des mauvais matchs. Là. Habituellement, je dis qu'il y en a entre 10 et 15, puis on n'a pas eu 10, c'est certain, cette année. Alors, je pense que sur le côté de la constance, on a acquis... je pense une façon d'aborder les matchs, une façon de réagir quand l'adversaire marque des buts ou que nous on en marque un ou qu'on a une avance ou quand on a des punitions. Je pense que notre contrôle émotionnel a vraiment pris un autre niveau comparativement au début de l'année.
C'est un match ce soir contre une équipe que vous allez voir souvent d'ici la fin de la saison et que potentiellement même en séries éliminatoires. Comment vous trouvez que vous alignez face à eux?
Je pense que, je vais être franc, toutes les équipes sont semblables dans le sens qu'il n'y a pas de mauvaise équipe. On a vu l'autre jour Colorado qui est dans le bas du classement. Puis c'est des matchs de 1 but d'écart avec tout le monde, y compris nous autres. Alors, tous les matchs, on s'attend à 1 but d'écart. Puis je pense que c'est les attentes qu'on doit avoir. C'est quand on s'attend de battre une équipe par 2-3 buts, puis on espère que ça tourne, que ça vire de notre côté, c'est là qu'on est dans le trouble. Quand tu as les bonnes attentes, tu sais qu'à chaque match, Tu dois respecter l'adversaire. Ça va être un match difficile, peu importe contre qui. Tu es déjà dans le bon état d'esprit, puis évidemment, le corps habituellement suit. Alors, pour moi, que ce soit eux ou que ce soit Columbus ou Colorado, toutes les équipes qu'on a rencontrées dans ces 3 matchs-là, ça a été la même approche. Puis c'est ce que j'aime de nos joueurs en ce moment, c'est que, on prend plus personne à la légère, donc on développe pas d'arrogance non plus. On est confiant, mais on n'a pas d'arrogance, je pense, puis que ça nous aide.
How impressive is it how Burroughs and Stallberg have pretty much come in seamlessly since they both arrived?
That's really well said, seamlessly, because you're right. That's exactly what's happening. It's quite impressive. Usually, guys come in and it takes a long time before they figure things out. But I can also say that about Wingles. It took him about 1 game, and all of a sudden comes in and then plays great. And I think our players and our leaders inside that room are doing a really good job at helping those guys. But I also think those guys are smart, experienced guys that have seen a lot. Wingles made it far in the playoffs last year at the Stanley Cup Finals. Stallberg won a cup, went to the finals another year. Burroughs went to the finals. So we brought in experience and guys that know how to pay the price, how to manage different parts of the game, and all they needed to do is figure out how we play. And since they're that smart and that experienced, they really eased themselves into our team and the way we play and our identity. Actually, they're enhanced our identity, and that's what we're looking for, all 3 of them. So it's when you look at what Pierre's been able to do, and if you include Condon, I mean, those are unbelievable additions for us because they really fill specific voids that we had, and it's certainly paying off. And on our bench now, I don't see anybody tired. It's actually the opposite now. The guys they got energy to keep going, and that's going to pay off. And we're not practicing now except the morning skates, and that's also helping us. So there's definitely a lot of energy left in the tank now when we end games, and a lot is due to those guys. They're able to log those minutes and wear the other team down.
Talk about that practice thing, because it seems to be, I don't know if it's controversial, just is it all about energy?
Yeah. There's right now anybody that's lived it at the NHL level and more this year than other years, if you listen to the players, because of the bye week, the compressed schedule, the World Cup and all that, the guys are more exhausted than ever. So it's just a reality. So everybody's trying to manage it the best they can. I know that when we have a 35-minute practice, which is very short, the day before the game, it's before Christmas, it was helpful, and now we've had that lately, and we haven't done well the next day. It just, at this time of the year, guys they've played a lot of games and they've battled through, and a lot of guys have injuries, and a lot of guys have been worn out because they had to do different roles. And so I think right now those guys come at a perfect time in helping us with that energy. But also my role is to figure out when it's time to have a practice and when it's not. And right now it's not about practicing. We know how to play, we know what we're supposed to do, and we just need the energy to do so. If you look at our game in Tampa the other day, we were outstanding in the first period. Shots were 15-8, but come the second period, we just had no juice left. The third period, I mean, you just might as well give them the 2 points because the guys are pushing, but they got nothing left. So that's why I need to be fair in my assessment of where we are with our players. And, I look at other teams. I look at Toronto in the back-to-back on the road the other day against Anaheim, and they were great in the first. And then as this game went on, they got more tired, and you could see Anaheim just took over. And it's not because Toronto's not a good team; they're a very good team. It's just it's very difficult at this time of the year to be able to sustain 60 minutes with the energy you need to do so. And that's why we need to be smart. And our players have done a good job also managing themselves individually.